Today we're exploring my sister's town, Aurora, Aurora, Oregonia. Aurora. We're off. First stop, Aurora Mills. And here we found stuff.
That's so nice.
Ooh. While we explore stuff and the stuff that lines these shelves and fills these storefronts. Ching, give me some money. Let's talk about the town behind it all. A place born in grand hopes, forged through tragedy, and named after a girl who died way too soon. Soon as you walk into Aurora, California, it's immediately clear that this town has made a second life out of its past. Aurora is considered one of the greatest antique towns in the country, and the first stop that earns that reputation, Aurora Mills Architectural Salvage. Housed in several sizable buildings, Aurora Mills deals in hardware, doors, gates, lumber, lighting, as well as unusual furniture, my Mew, advertising signs, and stained glass. I'm pretty sure I made one of these in 4th grade for my mission project. The kind of place you walk into looking for a doorknob and walk out having bought a piece of 1890s building. Hello? 911? There's a fire sale going on throughout the store. Woo! Actually, nothing's on sale. That's a lie. From there, the rest of the strip opens up. Main Street Mercantile boasts 3 floors packed with rare finds and authentic goods. 2026, recording an 1880s camera. Train light. Over here we have more Aurora Hills vintage stuff. Or as I like to say, more Aurora Hills. Wrong direction. Pupfish? No pupfish. Whoa. Abe. The koozie tub. A koozie tub. Fresh out of 1995. All restroom stuff. That's me. I don't fish, but these are neat. An original Scoot Scoot. a searchlight, and airplane propellers. A bomb! This beach cruiser's sick. Never gets old. I can get that thing in flight. Easy. That thing too. We'll get moving and grooving. Oh, I'm short and stumpy. Look at me. Wow! Wow! This is a bed of nails physics experiment from a high school teacher where you would lay on it and then the nails wouldn't pierce into you because pressure is spread out across it. And then here I am dancing again. Whoop, 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 whoop. Next stop, Ricky Aurora Depot. Thunder Egg. While the Highway 99 East Antique Mall spans over 16,000 square feet with 29 vendors set inside a 1919 turkey hatchery and pickle factory. Free parking, coffee, and 2 easy hours gone before you notice. You got this camping stove, runs off of white gas. We got some cool camping lamps. Add in shops like 3 Days Vintage, Home Again Antiques, and Timeless Antiques and Collectibles, and you've got a walkable stretch that covers everything from American primitives to mid-century furniture to salvaged oddities. Aurora sits just 30 minutes from both Portland and Salem, Oregon. Cool! Making it the kind of easy day trip that tends to become a regular habit. But none of this happened by accident. The reason Aurora's downtown feels so rooted in another era is because it quite literally is. One of the more successful American utopian communal societies of the 19th century was founded on the Pudding River in Marion County in 1856. William Fry House, blacksmith for the Aurora colony. 1869, he married Annie Miller, the only residence the colony built on Main Street. Now, to market. Open her up. There's a lot of knickknacks in this paddywhack. Where's my dog? Give her a bone. The town of Aurora is actually older than the state of Oregon itself, which was founded in 1859. Its founder, William Kiel, was a Prussian-born preacher who had already established one successful communal colliery in Bethel, Missouri, before turning his eyes westward. The story of how he got to Oregon, though, is one of the stranger episodes in the history of the Oregon Trail. Willie Kiel was 19 years old in 1855, the eldest son of William, and deeply enthusiastic about the planned journey west.
1 twain, 2 twain, 3 twain. Wait, start again. 1, 2, 3.
It's a station to fix your bike, next to the restrooms. I wonder if this is part of the PCT. De twain, de twain, de twain, de twain. This is a Victorian home for sale. I want it. This is an 1885 house. That's a basement. That's the front door. We got to cross the street with flags. The Aurora Colony Museum. Built in 1862. Okay, now back to Willie Kyle. His father had promised him he could lead the wagon train when the time came. This is an original wagon wheel from 1860 during the trip from Bethel, Missouri out to establish Aurora, Oregon. The colony's principles. Ooh, a molcajete. That is Dr. William Kyle, the founder of Aurora. The colony were German Christians, and these are some of the artifacts that they built. One of the church bells. And I believe his Bible. A few things from the Colony Hotel. Drugstore artifacts. The way that this silk was made it poisonous. Some high fashion. Oh my goodness! An undated photo of Main Street, Aurora. And now here, we have some original preserved buildings from the town of Aurora, Oregon. And of course, this building we just came out of, built in 1862. Tragically, Willie died of malaria just 5 days before the group was to depart. Rather than break his promise, Kyle dropped Willie into a metal coffin, put it inside a wooden vat, filled it with about 150 gallons of 100 proof Golden Rule whiskey, distilled by the Bethel colonists, and placed it in the lead wagon. Willie, quite literally, led the train after all. Word spread among the tribes along this particular route that this particularly large wagon train was being led by a dead man. Party after party of heavily armed Sioux and other Plains Indians came to see, peeked into the coffin, made gestures of friendship, listened to a few hymns in German, and rode away. She's making me dinner.
Cup of noodles.
Cup of beans. This thing was taken from Bethel, Missouri to Aurora, Oregon. Those aren't all-terrain wheels. And that suspension does look stock. Look, it's a face. Ah! I have to go from Bethel to Oregon. Ah! Storage. Making fancy stuff. No more ding-a-ling. 6 months after leaving Missouri, the Kyle party reached the Willapa River Valley in Washington, where Willie was finally laid to rest. He remains the only person known to have traveled the entire length of the Oregon Trail while dead. The Willapa site didn't suit Kyle. Too remote, too damp, so he pushed south, eventually settling on land alongside the Pudding River about 10 miles southwest of Oregon City. These were made for grinding grain into flour, and they were intentionally broken up like that so that if something broke, it could easily replace it. And then before we jump back into the history of Aurora real quick, this is actually a replica of both the wagon and the casket that carried Willie Kyle out to Oregon. Rest in peace, Willie. He purchased about 500 acres in Marion County and named the new community Aurora after his daughter. This is a wash house from 1877. I can't even count that high. That name carried grief of its own. In 1862, a smallpox epidemic struck the colony, and Kyle lost 4 of his children to it, including Aurora herself, the girl the town was named for. By the time the colony had grown into something thriving, its very name was an act of remembrance. When the first group of roughly 150 colony members arrived, Kyle purchased several hundred acres of farmland, a sawmill, and a gristmill, all adjacent to the Pudding River. The colony organized itself around a foundational principle: from each according to his abilities, to each according to his needs. And it worked. Aurora became known throughout the region for its orchards, food, music, textiles, furniture, and other crafts. The Colony's hotel was a legendary rest stop on the road between Portland and San Francisco, and the Aurora Colony Band became famous across the West Coast, traveling throughout the region to perform. Look at this puny wood storage. Puny. My favorite
room. You could poop side by side.
Kiel was also instrumental in bringing the Oregon and California Railway through Aurora in 1870, connecting the colony to the wider economy of the Pacific Northwest at a time when Oregon's infrastructure was barely sketched in. My walking flag. And now, we hold. Yeah! Thank you, car. Stop in the name of the flag. I can afford that car. Maybe. Take that bad boy on some trails. The Super Sport Edition, heck yeah. We're exploring the town that Dr. Kiel built, and now we're gonna go see Dr. Kiel's final resting place. And she's eating toast made by the French. The land passed to individual families, most of whom stayed. In 1974, about 150 acres and 12 buildings of the former colony were added to the National Register of Historic Places as the Aurora Colony Historic District. The colony's most personal resting place, though, sits quietly off the beaten path. Kiel Cemetery is tucked along a graveled, little-used lane called Cole Road on Aurora's west side, one of the town's best-kept secrets. Oh, I just need to be stronger. Here lie my children. One after another, I laid them here. God gave them, and I thanked him. He took them, and now I can thank him too. Established in 1856 and known alternatively as the Old Colony or Kiel Family Cemetery, it holds just 24 marked graves. William Kiel himself is buried here alongside his family members, including his daughter Aurora, the town's namesake. The cemetery is rarely visited. Dr. Kiel's daughter, Aurora Kiel, only lived to be 13. That's who this town is named after. And the final resting place of the whole reason we're here, Dr. William Kiel. The cemetery is rarely visited. Access requires crossing private property, and most people passing through town never know it exists. But for those who find it, the small plot of marked headstones at the end of a gravel lane holds the quiet center of everything Aurora became. A daughter's name, her father's grief, and a community that built something lasting at the far end of the Oregon Trail. Remember, not that they are dead, but contrariwise, that they have lived, that hereby the brotherly force and flow of their action and work may be carried over the gulfs of death and made immortal in the life which they worthily had used. We're at the final resting place of Fred Ellen. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. Combat veteran who, according to cemetery records, was killed in 1918 at the end of World War I. Now, many people died from influenza and during combat that time, but it's unknown exactly what happened to him. He was the son of German immigrants. I am being eaten alive by mosquitoes. He was the son of German immigrants who came here to build a utopia, just looking for a good place, a good lifestyle to live and maintain, who died for our country. So, thank you, Mr. Ellen. We don't know if this is 2 trees, 1 tree, 30-year-old tree, 300-year-old tree. You got bricks. It ate a 2x4. Looks like prime moonshine drinking territory.
Yeah, this is live.
This tree is making another tree. It's tree babies. Thank you for letting us visit. Rest in peace. Thank you for the good times in the company. I've seen some towing at my days, but I don't know about that one. Thank you, Dr. William Kyle in the city of Aurora. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I would like to strongly encourage you to go back, rewatch it, and do 5 push-ups every time I mispronounce something. Thank you.